The Chevrolet Cruze and Subaru Impreza are both especially practical vehicles, but for different reasons.
The Subaru Impreza can tackle any kind of weather, comes as a sedan or a hatchback, and has good fuel economy.
But the Chevrolet Cruze has a few tricks of its own. It offers a ton of rear legroom, great fuel economy, and a lower starting price. So, which one is right for you?
In terms of drivetrains, these two cars couldn't be any more different. The Impreza uses a boxer 4-cylinder engine that sends power to all four wheels through a CVT. The Cruze counters with a small turbocharged engine that sends power just to the front wheels through a traditional 6-speed automatic. Being a turbo, the Cruze has a lot of low-end torque, and around the city and cruising on the freeway has plenty of power. But trying to get up to speed, the lack of overall grunt is noticeable. Still, the engine and transmission as a combo are a nice refined unit that you usually don't find in a compact car. The Impreza has an overly sensitive throttle that makes the car lurch forward with just a minor tap on it. It takes some getting used to and actually makes the Impreza feel faster than it is. But really get on it and you'll notice a lack of overall power in the car as well. The engine and transmission don't make the best sound either. I will give Subaru credit though. With the refresh for 2015, they have quieted the powertrain down quite a bit.
The Subaru Impreza is one of the easier cars to drive in this segment. The steering is well weighted and the drivetrain is really responsive, as Mike mentioned earlier. One of the best things about it is how easy it is to see out of. The low belt line, the door-mounted mirrors, and the boxy shape overall give it some great sight lines. The Cruze is easy to see out of as well, but the whole car gives you this impression that you're driving something that's bigger than a compact. I mean, take the steering for instance. It's really hefty. Our test car is outfitted with the RS package, which to Mike and I is a must-have for the Cruze. It improves the aesthetics of the car and the steering and handling.
Neither the Cruze nor the Impreza have an interior that's particularly attractive. In the Chevrolet, there is a mess of materials that includes mesh on the dash, plastics that leave a lot to be desired, and a weird combination of other materials. The Impreza's interior is equally lacking, but at least the radio is finally integrated properly into the dash. The other materials, though, don't blend together well, and the climate control rings just look so out of place. All the controls in both cars are laid out in a logical fashion, and I find both infotainment systems easy to use, but Sammy and Subaru Starlink are not friends. The Cruze is a comfortable car despite the RS package. It ignores road imperfection and soaks up bumps really well. The front seats for the most part are comfortable, but I find the upper part by your shoulders pushes me forward too much and has me hunched over. In contrast, the Impreza's ride quality is just average, but the seating position is great and easy for drivers of all types and sizes to be set up in. The Impreza sedan comes with a small trunk for the compact class because the all-wheel drive hardware has to go somewhere. The Cruze is a big car, so it also has a big trunk. But the Impreza does come as a hatchback as well, like Sammy's driving, and that ups cargo capacity greatly and surpasses the Cruze. Rear seat space is a bit of a shocker. We expected the larger Cruze to be more comfortable, but it's not. Headroom in the back of the Chevy is a little tight, and legroom is just okay. In contrast, the Impreza has a very accommodating back seat. In fact, it's one of the best in the compact class. Headroom, legroom, seat comfort, and armrests are all really good.
The battle for these two cars is incredibly close, and it really comes down to value and safety. Although both cars get a 5-star safety rating, it's the Subaru Impreza that gets a top safety pick plus rating from the IIHS, while the Cruze does not. It's much cheaper to get into a Cruze than it is the Impreza. The Chevy starts at under $17,000, while that Subaru costs $18,990. Loaded up though, these things become much closer. Now talking about all those dollars brings us to fuel efficiency, and Subaru's been talking a big game about its all-wheel drive fuel numbers. The Impreza actually manages to get 29 miles per gallon compared to the Chevy's 28.3 as we observed on our test loop.
The Chevrolet Cruze is a nice looking vehicle that drives well, but is let down by its interior and poor real-world fuel economy.
And the Subaru Impreza isn't a perfect car, but it's easy to drive, practical, and offers all-weather capability. And that's just enough for it to take the victory today.